Go.
Right, okay, this is the storyboard. This is our first storyboard for our thriller. So we're going to start off here with a long shot of the main character Daisy, who's playing Alice, walking through the back bit of where I work, which is in Sheffield, it's a bit industrial looking. She's going to be walking along and there's going to be a pan following her to show that the person watching her will be here, so it's kind of like a point of view shot. And then there's going to be a close-up of a picture of Daisy circled, and then it's going to go on to Daisy walking up the path of her house, which is going to be a long shot probably. And then number 4.
Well, number 4 is me inside the house that we're using, which is Sadie's house in Shenfield. And I go to open the curtains, and someone is behind me, which is Ryan, who's playing the kidnapper. So this is going to be a long shot.
It's going to be a long shot. So we as the audience know he's there, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
And then it's going to basically, we're going to try so that as the curtain's shut, it goes black, and then it's black here, and then the lights come up.
Daisy, just want to move your head just to the left, just so I can get. There we go.
Close up there of Daisy's eye opening as she wakes up. A bit like, is it in 28 days later? A bit like how that is. And then there's going to be a close-up of the mouth as well, and we're going to have her like heavy breathing as she wakes up and she sort of panics. It's going to be followed by a 2 shot to show that there's somebody else in the room, which will be Ruby, who's playing somebody else that's been kidnapped. And then an over the shoulder.
The over the shoulder shot shows me talking to Ruby about how did I get here, which then leads to a flashback. Which will be in black and white. In black and white.
So as Ruby and Daisy are talking, the things Ruby's saying is in, you were taken this way, it will pause and go back to a flashback to show that.
Which is another, is it a mid-shot?
I think that it's varied. This one, I think it's a long shot, this one's a mid-shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it keeps jumping back to me and Ruby talking, and as what she's saying,
it's going to fade into
the flashbacks.
And then basically, so here you've got Daisy sort of getting captured and being carried out, and then here she's going to be, we're going to have it like, so she's going to have this stuff on cloth that's obviously been put like that and knocked her out, like a chemical or something, and then she's unconscious in both of these. And here, this is her being laid on the back seat of the car. And then at the end, this is back in the room with Ruby, the other person that's been kidnapped.
And this is a close-up, I'll get down so you can see. This is a close-up of the pills that have been handed to me.
By Ruby.
By Ruby.
To sort of sedate her and make it easier for her to sort of understand. Which is followed by a mid-shot of, say, Daisy sort of like passing out and Ruby laying her down on the floor. Then Ruby going to the door, this is where the twist comes in. So all along you've thought that Ruby's like a fellow victim. Daisy's sedated and Ruby gets her coat to leave, which is then followed by a mid-shot of conversation between Ruby and the kidnapper.
And then the kidnapper shows the same picture.
No, it's different pictures.
A different picture, just like up here. And these are the 2 next victims are circled, which is Jade and Sadie. So that's another close-up on that shot, which is then leads to a close-up of the kidnapper, which is Ryan.
Saying I want them both.
Saying I want them both.
And then we're going to bring it up so that at the end it comes up on the screen, probably like a bit of freaky music and like blood maybe or something if we can get the graphic, just to say Alice, and then the tagline, this is our version of Wonderland.
Okay.
Right.